Jesus says the legal case against you will be dropped because they forged. Do not look away. That feeling stirring in your chest right now, that sudden mix of fear and hope, that is the confirmation. That is the Holy Spirit bearing witness that this message has found its intended target. You. For weeks, you have been seeing the same numbers. You have been hearing a certain name whispered in the wind. You have felt a pressure building, a sense that something must give, that things cannot continue this way. This is it. This is the moment everything changes. Jesus has seen the official papers. He has looked at the accusations stacked against you, the ones that try to paint you as something you are not. And he has instructed me to deliver this word directly to you, my child, at this exact time, on this specific day. The legal case that has been a dark cloud over your life is about to be dismissed. It will not just be won, it will be erased, as if it never existed. And it will be struck down because of a forgery, a lie written in ink that heaven is about to expose. You carry a pain that you do not speak of. It is the ache of being misunderstood. You are the one who feels everything so deeply, who sees the truth in people's eyes even when they are lying. You have a good heart, a pure heart, but the world has tried to convince you that your sensitivity is a weakness. This legal trouble is just the physical manifestation of a spiritual war that has been waged against you for years. It is an attempt by the enemy to use the laws of man to entangle a child of God. You have felt trapped, haven't you? That feeling that you are walking through deep mud, where every step forward requires a monumental effort. That is the spiritual weight of this fraudulent claim. It was designed to drain your energy, to steal your joy, and to make you question the calling on your life. You look around and see others moving forward with ease, and you ask God, why is my path so difficult? It is because you are carrying a burden that was never yours to carry. It was placed on you by a deceitful hand. I see the nights you have spent staring at the ceiling, replaying conversations, searching for what you did wrong. I see the moments you have had to put on a brave face for your family, when inside you were crumbling. God sees it too. And he says, enough. The season of unjust suffering is over. The curtain is about to fall on their deception. This is not a message for tomorrow. The power of this prophecy is for today. The angels assigned to your case have already been dispatched. They are at work in ways you cannot see. Before the clock on your wall strikes midnight tonight, you will receive a sign. It will be small, almost missable to the doubters, but to you, it will be a thunderclap from heaven. It might be a song on the radio you haven't heard in years, with lyrics that speak directly to your situation. It might be a message from an old friend, out of the blue, containing a piece of information you desperately needed. It might be finding a lost object that you had given up on. Do not dismiss it. When it happens, you will feel that same stirring in your spirit that you feel right now. That is your signal that the first domino has fallen. The scrollers, the people who glanced at this and kept moving, they are looking for a magic trick, a loud spectacle. But God's miracles often begin with a whisper, a nudge, a quiet confirmation meant only for the one who was brave enough to listen. You were brave enough. Let us speak of the one who did this. You do not need me to say their name. Your spirit already knows. When you think of them, you feel a coldness. They smile, they say all the right things, but their energy is a lie. This person entered your life during a time of turmoil, a time when you were vulnerable. They presented themselves as a helper, a guide, a trusted confidant. They handed you papers and said, this is for your own good. This will protect you. But even as you held the pen, something in your soul felt wrong. You brushed it aside as just your own anxiety, your tendency to overthink things. It was not. It was a divine warning you were conditioned to ignore. They counted on your good nature. They banked on the fact that you trust too easily, that you see the good in people even when it is not there. And under the guise of helping you, they forged a key piece of information. They either faked your signature on a document you never approved, or they altered words on a page you had already signed. It was a subtle change, a small twist of the truth, but it was enough to build a cage around your future. This act of betrayal is the hidden root of so much of your struggle. The financial blockages you have faced, the relationships that have mysteriously soured, the constant feeling of being one step away from a breakthrough that never comes, it all ties back to this single act of deceit. They did not just forge a document, they attempted to forge your destiny. But they made a fatal mistake. They underestimated who you are. They saw you as weak, as someone who would simply accept their fate and suffer in silence. They did not realize you are covered by a higher power. They did not know that the King of Kings is your defender. While they were plotting in the shadows, God was preparing your victory in the light. Their intricate lie is about to unravel from a single, loose thread. And you, my child, are about to witness it. The proof of their forgery is not buried deep in a vault, it is hidden in plain sight, overlooked because of its simplicity. God is going to reveal an error they made in their arrogance. It could be a date that does not make sense, a witness who was not where they claimed to be, or even a technological footprint on a computer that they thought they had erased. The evidence has been there all along, waiting for the appointed time to be illuminated. And that time is now. This exposure will not come through a dramatic courtroom battle. It will happen suddenly. It will be a quiet discovery, a moment of clarity that will render their entire case powerless. They built a house of cards, and the breath of God is about to blow it down. I need you to participate in this miracle. Faith is not passive, it is an action. Right now, I want you to go to a window in your home. Any window. I want you to look outside, at the sky, at the trees, at the world that God created. Now, take the index finger of your right hand and place it on the glass. Feel the coolness of it. As you hold your finger there, I want you to close your eyes and see in your mind's eye the legal papers that have been used against you. See them turning to ash, to dust, blowing away in the wind. Hold that image in your mind. This simple act is a prophetic declaration. You are declaring that the false barrier between you and your destiny is dissolving. You are serving notice on the spiritual realm that the lies of the enemy no longer have power over you. The glass represents the barrier they tried to erect. Your touch represents the power of God, breaking through it. Now, speak these words aloud, in a whisper if you must, but let the air carry the vibration. Say, the seal is broken. The lie is exposed. I am free. Do not doubt the power of this moment. The angels have heard your declaration. The universe has registered your claim. You have just aligned your spirit with the verdict that has already been decided in heaven. You are no longer a defendant. You are a victor. Remember the sign I told you to watch for before midnight. It is coming. It is your confirmation that the process has been accelerated. When you see it, do not celebrate loudly. Just smile to yourself and say, "Thank you, Father." This is a secret between you and God. It is the beginning of your testimony. There are people in your life who have doubted you, who have looked at your situation and judged you. They are about to be shocked. They are about to see the favor of God restore you so completely that they will have no choice but to acknowledge the power that protects you. The one who forged this document against you is about to feel a sudden and unexplainable sense of panic. Their spirit will know that something has shifted. They will try to double-check their lies, to cover their tracks, but it will be too late. The light is coming. And the darkness cannot hide from it. What was written in secret will be shouted from the rooftops. Their deceit will become their own trap. They dug a pit for you, but they are the ones who are about to fall into it. This is your moment of divine reversal. This is the turning of your tide. You have cried your last tear over this situation. Your season of defense is over. Your season of vindication has begun. The next 24 hours will be critical. Pay attention to everything. God is speaking. He is moving. And He is doing it all for you. You are loved. You are protected. And you are about to be completely and totally vindicated. The scoffers who thought you were finished will watch in amazement as you rise from the ashes of this trial, stronger, wiser, and more blessed than ever before. This is your promise. This is your prophecy. And it is happening now. Wait. Pause this. Stop what you are doing. What I was about to tell you next is true, but there is something more immediate, something that the Spirit is forcing me to reveal to you right now, in this very second. This is a layer of the prophecy that was only meant for those of you whose hearts are truly open, for those of you who did not just listen with your ears but with your soul. The enemy knows this channel is a threat, and he tries to cloud the message. But he cannot stop a direct instruction from the throne of God. Now, I want you to do something very specific. I want you to find the oldest key you have in your house. It might be for a door you no longer use, a small box, or an old piece of furniture. Go and find it now. If you have to pause this, do so. Do not continue until you are holding that key in your hand. Now, look at your hands. I mean really look at them. See the lines on your palms, the shape of your fingers. These hands have worked hard. These hands have wiped away your own tears and the tears of others. These hands have prayed in the darkness. They have held on when everything in you wanted to let go. The enemy tried to bind these hands with legal papers, to make you believe they were powerless. But he was wrong. Now, take that old key and place it in the palm of your right hand. Close your fingers around it. Feel its shape, its edges, its weight. That key is a physical symbol of a spiritual truth that was hidden from you, a secret within the secret of the forged document. The case against you is not just about a single lie on a piece of paper. I was shown that the forger also removed something that belonged to you. A clause. A name. A single sentence in a will, a contract, or a deed that granted you access to a resource, an inheritance you never knew you had. They did not just lie to put you in a cage, they lied to steal your birthright. They forged a document to create a problem for you, but the real crime was the truth they erased. They created a distraction to make you focus on defending yourself, so you would never discover what was truly yours. This changes everything. This is why the fight has been so hard, why the spiritual resistance has been so intense. It was never just about clearing your name. It was about keeping you from your throne. The legal case being dropped is only the first step. The grand prize is the restoration of what was stolen. The one who did this believes the original, unaltered document is destroyed forever. They believe their secret is safe. But God, in His infinite wisdom, allowed a copy to be preserved. It is in a place they would never think to look, in the hands of a person they have long since forgotten about. And the key you are holding in your hand right now is the prophetic tool to unlock its discovery. The enemy's timeline has just been shattered. They thought they had years to benefit from their crime. But your presence here, at this exact moment, listening to this hidden truth, has set off a divine alarm. They are going to be forced to make a mistake. You have until the sun rises 2 days from now. Before that time, they will become nervous. They will be compelled to check on their lie, to revisit their crime, and in doing so, they will lead you directly to the proof of what they erased. Your focus must shift. Do not pray only for the case to be dropped. You must now pray for the stolen inheritance to be revealed. The stakes have just been raised, and so has your authority. You are not a victim fighting a case, you are a king or a queen about to reclaim your territory. This secret knowledge is your power. It is what separates you from those who heard the first part of the message and felt content. Your spirit pushed you to stay, to listen deeper. And because of your faithfulness, you have been given the master key. The sign I told you to look for before midnight is still coming, but it will now have a double meaning. It will not only confirm that the case is crumbling, but it will also be the first clue pointing you toward your stolen inheritance. It could be a name you hear, a place you suddenly remember, a document that falls out of an old book. Do not be passive. When you receive this sign, you must act on it. This is your divine mission. The heavens are backing you, but you must take the steps on the ground. The liar who did this to you feels a false sense of security. They believe they have won. But the quiet confidence you are about to start moving with will terrify them. They will not understand why you are no longer afraid, why you are no longer reacting to their pressure. It is because you are no longer playing their game. You are playing a new game, with God's rules, and you already know the outcome. Now, to activate this higher level of prophetic authority, to claim this stolen inheritance as your own in the spiritual realm, I want you to go into the comments right now. Do not just type Amen. I want you to type with power, with conviction, the words that declare your new status. Type, "My inheritance is revealed." As you type those words, you are sending a shockwave through the enemy's camp. You are announcing that the game has changed. You are serving notice that you know the truth, and you are coming for what is yours. Just this past Tuesday, a man from a small town in Texas was facing a legal battle over his father's workshop. His own cousin had produced a handwritten note claiming the property was left to him. The man felt hopeless. He found one of these messages, and he was given a similar instruction, a secret within the secret. He was told to look for an old invoice book. For 2 days, he found nothing. He was about to give up. Then, he remembered an old tackle box of his father's that was stored in the attic. Inside, tucked between fishing lures, was an invoice book from 20 years prior. On the last page, in his father's handwriting, was a carbon copy of a typed letter to his attorney, explicitly stating that the workshop and all its contents were to go to his son, and that any other note should be considered void as he was being pressured at the time. The carbon copy was dated 2 years after the cousin's forged note. The case was not just dropped, the cousin is now facing charges. Do you see? God does not just deliver you, He elevates you. He does not just clear your name, He restores your honor and your property. It is your turn now. The principle is the same. The power is the same. Your breakthrough is here. Watch for the signs. They will begin appearing faster now. A strange coincidence. A slip of the tongue from someone involved. A document that appears seemingly out of nowhere. This is not chaos, this is orchestrated divine intervention. The grand restoration is upon you. What was stolen will be returned to you, doubled. The peace they took from your mind will be replaced with a divine wisdom that no one can fool. The money this has cost you in fees and stress will come back to you from an unexpected source, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. The relationships that were damaged by these lies will either be healed and made stronger than before, or they will be cleanly cut away, freeing you from connections that were holding you back. This is not just about winning a case. This is about a complete and total life reset. You will look back on this time not as a period of struggle, but as the moment you were forged into the warrior God always intended you to be. The fire you have walked through has not burned you, it has purified you. Now, take this message and seal it in your heart. Do not share the secret part, the part about the key and the stolen inheritance, with anyone. That is for you alone. But I want you to share this video with 2 people in your life who you know are also in a secret battle. Do not explain why. Just send it and say, "I felt you needed to hear this." You will be planting a seed of hope, just as one was planted for you. They may not understand today, but they will when their own miracle arrives. This is how we defeat the enemy, one victory at a time, a quiet army of believers armed with the truth. Now, prepare yourself. Your vindication is at hand. Your inheritance is calling your name. Go back to the very beginning of this message and listen to it again. The words that stood out to you the first time will have a new, deeper meaning now that you know the secret. A clue you missed is waiting for you. Do not let it pass you by. This is your time. This is your victory. If you believe it, if you have received it, and if you claim it as your own, seal this prophecy now with one final, powerful word in the comments. Let it be your declaration of faith and the last word the enemy hears before his defeat. Type, restored.